Welcome back, Unapologetic Voices. Me and my boy Thomas are going to continue telling our stories and having fun with it. If you guys are enjoying this content, leave that like, leave that follow, shoot us out that honorable mention with some info of whatever. Other than that, hit us up on our email at unapologeticvoices1@gmail.com. Other than that, let's get into it.
Yeah, you got anything else that we could just jump to a different topic?
I don't know, but it was fun to get into that because that's something that I keep in the back of my mind at all times. I never think about it, but it's in the back.
Okay.
Where I'm always like, I'm at the age where I'm like, I don't care. I die. I'm going to live my life as a good person. But
right.
The eternity thing has always been like my number one fear, I think.
Yeah, that's also one of those things, like for myself personally, I don't have any regrets.
No.
And I don't say that to sound like, oh, I'm a proud person. I don't give a fuck. Like, I pride myself on the fact that whatever decisions that I make in life, I abide by them. Right? So, like, if I say something stupid, and yes, I could say, I'm sorry, or I could say,
we don't say that.
I'll go back on it, or, oh, let me change that word. Sure. I can do that. But for the most part, I said it. I understand I said it.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
I'm going to own up to it.
I will own up to what I've said.
For sure.
That's the one thing that I've always liked about myself.
Yeah.
So like when I've done bad things and I'm caught.
Yeah.
Right? I'm cooked.
Yeah.
It's done.
Yeah.
I know, hey, I did the wrong thing.
Life goes on.
I gotta take the shot. Do what I gotta do.
Yeah, life goes on.
Right.
That's why I like our podcast.
I'm not gonna just sit there and be like, for the next 3 years,
it's killing you.
If I just did that differently, it would have been better for me.
Yeah. No.
Like, no, I did what I had to do at that moment in time. Whether I thought it was fun, whether I thought it was something that I shouldn't have done, or whether I thought it was something that I had to do importantly.
Yeah.
I did it. Oh, well,
I've been having a lot of those thoughts with like relationship wise, where like, cause I'm with my recent events, it's like, I'm thinking about past things that I've done and how I told you that story about with, I don't know what's her name, with Hannah, and like how we rekindled that and like apologized and I gave her money and stuff like that. Like, I don't have the regrets about it. I did those things. I owned up to them. Let it go. It's all good.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I own up to it.
That's cool.
But I don't regret my decisions in life because they brought me to where I am now as a good, stable person.
That I can agree with.
Now, I do regret not investing in things, not saving money, blah, blah, blah. But it's all water under the bridge.
Yeah, that's one of those, like, I didn't know any better, so I couldn't control that situation.
I agree. I didn't know any better.
I don't care enough. Yeah.
I could have made better financial decisions in COVID.
Because I literally, I said that to myself many times. I'm like, man, if I knew about money back then.
Oh, yeah.
I could have been way better than what I am.
Life could have been so different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not even talking about just like putting money in crypto or putting money in like whatever.
No, just regular money.
Like just period. If I knew the value of a dollar at an earlier age,
right,
I would have been way better off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would not.
And I do not blame my parents at all,
Me neither.
Because I feel like how you learn the value of certain things is through,
through trial and error,
through the people around you.
Sure, yeah,
right.
Through witnessing things, yeah.
But I know my mom. My mom was a fucking cheapskate, right? Like she penny pinched everything.
You see, in the future, being a cheapskate is worth it.
Yeah,
yeah.
And I was like, wow, like now I get why she did all of that,
right? Because everything counts.
Yeah,
a penny counts, man.
Yeah, man.
I went grocery shopping the other day for $200 fucking for myself.
Yeah.
Why is everything so fucking expensive? It's pissing me off. It's pissing me off. My income's not going up, but everything, all expenses are more expensive than they were 2 years ago, a year ago.
Yeah. 100%.
It really upsets me. I'm on Reddit all the time looking for like the key answers. Like, are we going to war? What's going on? Why is everything so expensive? Over the last Reddit? 4 years, I don't know. Because I only trust other people that are psychotic like myself.
Okay.
Like every 4 years, in the last 4 years, last 5 years, like everything has skyrocketed. It's pissing me off. I told myself, and I was telling Stephanie and I think you the other day, which was Monday, I believe.
Yeah.
So I didn't tell you. But like I wanted to go grocery shopping for myself for about $75. Like, I wanted to do it. And I knew in my head, I was like, all right, I'll probably break to about 120. And I was going to Kroger where I have a Kroger card. So it's going to knock off at least $20, $30. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Dude, $200 out the door. Almost on the dot. I was at 199.5. You know what I mean? Dude, what the fuck am I spending money on? It's ridiculous. Now, these groceries that I got, are going to last 2 weeks. So like $100 a week for food is not the end of the world. However, it never used to be that expensive. Never, ever, ever, ever. When I was living at that one apartment where my neighbor was stabbed to death and shit like that, 2 years ago, I told that story on the podcast.
You're talking about that time that you were like, the police came and you're like, oh, that person got murdered?
Yeah, there's blood outside my door.
There's blood everywhere. Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
I told that.
I think you've told the story.
I think
before.
I told that in our first few episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I would go grocery shopping for like $80.
If you don't remember, go back and look it up.
Where audio was shit.
Yeah, we're already.
But great stories.
Our audio was way worse.
But our comedy, gold.
Still great.
Yeah.
Probably better than now.
Nah, come on. Yeah. So, motherfucker, listen to me. Abril all week. So listen, if I wasn't lifting lockers and stuff like that, my office is completely dismantled. So I'm doing work on a shared computer over in our training office, which is with a young lady named Abril, who is our resident trainer.
Abril.
She also has these little ticks and tisms like Kyle does. And they're so fucking irritating because Abril has no sense of like personal space as far as I can tell, which doesn't bother me personally.
She doesn't.
I'm one of the tism people who like don't mind being
I do notice though.
Shut the fuck up.
No, let me add that in there. She never gets in my personal space, which I've noticed. And I think it's great. Just so that you understand that. Because like she's never like walked up to me, pushed me or anything, but like I've seen her walk up to like other people and be like smack them, touch them. I'm like, good. I'm glad she doesn't do that to me. Go ahead.
You didn't need to throw that in there. I was in the middle of my shit. And twice earlier this episode, you've said, hold on, and I've given you the space. Shut the fuck up.
I like to scream like a little bitch.
The audience likes it.
You keep saying this.
It's a highlight.
You keep saying this.
It's a highlight.
But they haven't said anything.
People like the ranting.
Yeah, whatever you say.
How do I know that? Because the most viewed shit on like TikTok, YouTube, or whatever for podcasts is like when people get like fucking infuriated.
Yeah, well, your infuriation is fake.
No, it's not. It's genuine. I just don't hate you and have no malice for you, so I don't like actually need to be angrily aggressive.
Whatever you say.
I'm just upset in the moment.
You know what?
Yeah? Are you doing it right now?
I'm with you.
Thanks. So, in the training office, Abril will be like shoulder to shoulder with me, and there's a whole fucking like 25 by 25 office to use. It's bigger than this office.
Yeah.
So like
huge ass office.
It's a huge ass office, and she's sitting right like on top of me while I'm trying to work and like answer these emails and stuff. And she does the same thing Kyle does. Well, she'll just go, give me the claps. She'll just start clapping, like to like exude energy and to tick a little. And I'm like, why can't you do something more quiet? Why can't you guys just do something more quiet? But here's the problem with you, and even with her, when you guys do something that's quiet, it's something that's life endangering. You'll fucking crack your neck and your jaw, and then you'll fucking snap it one day. And I don't know what to do.
Or we
Abril,
we find ourselves doing something really stupid that you shouldn't be doing because we're being quiet. If you can't hear us, it's something bad. You need to understand.
No, I don't want to hear you.
You can protect us by keeping us loud.
Put a fucking bell around you people so I know where you're at.
Yeah. Where do we go from there? Because I don't know what to say after that one. Oh, wait. I almost killed Abril, man.
Do tell.
She pissed me off so much.
There it is.
Like I went between being extremely mad and just being like, well, I'm sad now. And then I just walked away.
Okay. What happened?
But, you know, we were doing all that fucking slave labor.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I'm like fed up. I'm tired. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to eat my lunch. Okay. And I go over to my lunch box. I brought myself a Lunchable.
I would like to point out, I was in the room. I was one room over when this is occurring, and I heard everything, and I did not come to the rescue.
And I was like, oh, I'm gonna eat this, and like I opened it, and Abril comes in, and she's like, oh, you got a Lunchable? I was like, yeah, you want one? And I give her one, and I was like, here, you can have it. And then like I'm like, whatever, I won't eat mine just yet, because like as I gave it to her, I got called to go pick something up. I'm like, fuck it. I walk over, I go help with whatever the situation is. I come back, I see her enjoying it, eating it, having a great time. And I'm like, man, I really wish that was me right now. I wish I had a fucking Lunchable right now. And I was just like, you know what? It's time. I go over, I grab the Lunchable, I start opening it. And then like I walk over into the fucking room where Priscilla is sitting and fucking Abril is sitting, and like I start opening it, and I'm like, man, you guys have no idea. I've been waiting all day to fucking eat this Lunchable. And Abril just turns around and says, no, I'm eating that one too. And she like grabs it, pulls it out of my hand, and like I'm holding it palm up, and she like pulls it out of my hand. And then she lets it go, thinking she didn't pull it all the way off my hand.
Why would she let it go?
And she lets it go, and it just falls on the floor and spreads out all over the place.
Just the like brief. It wasn't even a moment of silence, because I'm pretty sure I heard. Was it Cecily who was in there at the time?
No, it's Priscilla.
Or Priscilla, I just heard her go like "ooh" or something like that.
Yeah.
But the brief half a second of silence, right as it hit the ground, I could tell tragedy had struck.
Yeah.
I was in the room over, and I was like, something bad just happened.
It was like in my head, I had like this whole, is this the day I smack a bitch?
Yeah.
Like, what do I do here? What do I do?
Yeah, man, that was your
I look at her, I look at it, and she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And then I'm like, walk away.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm leaving.
Yeah, you gotta leave.
Because I'm like, this close to being like, you stupid bitch.
Yeah, first of all, they gotta clean it up. Secondly,
yeah, so she was like, no, Kyle, come back. It's a 5-second rule. She starts picking it all up. And then she puts it in my hand. Yeah. And then fucking Priscilla was like, it's okay, Kyle will still eat it. And I was like, I don't know. I had this like really big sense of anger in my stomach. Yeah. And I was like, I'm not even hungry anymore. And I crushed it in my hand and just threw it in the trash. And I was like, I fucking hate this place. And I fucking left.
I'll tell you what, I'll text her at some random point in time this weekend. I'll be like, you better bring my boy a Lunchable.
She told me she was going to buy me I don't know what the other brands are.
Yeah.
But I think it's called a Lunchly or a Feastable or some shit.
Oh.
She said she was going to get me one of those.
That's disgusting. That's those Logan Paul like fucking.
I don't support anything with Logan Paul.
Yeah, so.
But I think Lunchly is not Logan Paul.
It's directly Logan Paul.
Is it?
It's Logan Paul, KSI, and who's the big guy? Beast? Mr. Beast?
Yeah, Mr. Beast.
All three of them, they made that.
But I thought Lunchly was a different thing.
No, I'm 99% sure.
Because it's Feastables. Feastables is the Mr. Beast shit.
I'll look it up real quick.
Yeah. I think Lunchly is just the other brand that Lunchables win against.
If that's the truth.
Because I thought there was 3. Well, there used to be another one that was like a more, like, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah, whatever.
No, Lunchly is the one.
Oh, Lunchly is it?
Yeah. See, that's all 3 of them right there.
Oh, well then what's the Feastables? Do they just have 2?
I'll look it up. I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. Beast Feastables.
So his is just So
his is Feastables.
So his is just Feastables, but then he has another one which is Lunchly.
I think what it is Lunchly is the combination of Prime and Feastables.
Gotcha.
In one package, such as like a Lunchable.
That makes sense. Then I would never want to eat a Lunchly because I don't support anything from Logan Paul.
And there it is.
I've never liked Logan Paul since he started.
Not even
his whole
Vine.
Career. Yeah. No, not at all. Like, I was never a Maverick. You know?
The fuck is that?
Oh, so Mavericks are all
Top
of his.
Gun?
No.
That's what his supporters are called.
For the Logan Paul thing, all
Yeah.
of them are Mavericks because they're underage kids that he tricked into stealing like daddy's and mommy's credit cards to buy like his merch and shit.
Pretty much.
Yeah, because his whole like age range was like underaged people,
Yeah.
and that's what they would do.
Yeah.
They would just go and steal mommy's credit card, and he would be like, "I never told them to do that, but I do." Fucking put all this propaganda in front of them, showing them what they could do if they did steal their mommy's card.
Yeah.
Yeah. But whatever. I don't care. I'm glad that he makes his money, but I'm glad I don't support anything that he does.
Yeah, I don't assist.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't help.
I'm with you.
You
You
know?
know why? Because we're not underage dumbasses.
Yeah.
We have
Even when I was underage watching that bullshit, I never liked it.
No, me neither.
Like, there's just so many different styles of things that I just like. When it came to that stuff, like the not podcasters, what is it? Just like the TikTok stars and the YouTubers that would make specific like genre of stuff.
Right.
You know, like
especially like the weird comedy content.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I think Logan Paul did a lot of like fucking with people.
He did a lot of vlogs.
And-
He wasn't the fucking guy, but he did a lot of like vlogs that
What do
were
you mean fucking guy?
like fucking with people guy.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't really one of those. He was more of the vlog kind of guy. The fucking with people guys were like David Dobrik and stuff like that.
I never liked David Dobrik. I
Me
thought he was
neither.
stupid.
Me neither. I don't get it. I don't get the appeal.
And it's not that he had bad content. I've saw some of his shit.
Yeah.
Some of it's great.
And it's not like from what I've seen, he's a really bad person.
Yeah.
But it's just like it's not for me.
Yeah.
Of course, there's scandals. I don't care.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
a bunch of shit that
We could get into it
the
for
deeper
hours.
and deeper you get into it, there's
Yeah.
always something.
That being said, I love that kind of shit. I love the tea.
Oh, yeah.
I know nothing about these people, and I love. So getting into this is a good segue.
Okay.
I, for the last few weeks, have been getting weird nostalgia. You know, the last podcast I was talking about how like I've been playing Red Dead again, a lot of older RPG games. I've been like wanting to go out and ride horses and camping and shit. I have this weird nostalgia kick going on, right? I'm getting back into Rooster Teeth and Achievement Hunter. You remember them?
I do.
Dude, I don't know what it is, but like I'm just going through memory lanes right now. I'm watching videos from 10 years ago and thinking to myself, wow, in 2013, I was doing this and this. I was in high school, and I remember waking up every day watching these guys on YouTube.
So just so that you know,
Yeah.
you just reminded me of something I did want to tell you
Uh-huh.
like a week ago.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Save it. So like
Yeah.
I just, I'm going back to that because right after COVID kind of started, so about 3 years ago, a whole bunch of scandals came out for Rooster Teeth and for Achievement Hunter, like proven shit. Like Ryan Haywood for Achievement Hunter was meeting up with fans and having affairs, and I think one might have been underage or stuff. Or like one person from Funhouse was recording porn in the studio in one of the Rooster Teeth studios.
Nice.
And like like all kinds of stuff, and more stuff with some minors, lots of trans and racist stuff, and all kinds of stuff. Like and obviously underpaid stuff. Everybody was going through that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But it's just interesting to see something that you grew up with. And I'm distant related cousins to he's like a uncle removed for Monty Ohm, who passed away. He's the creator of RWBY, RWBY. You know that anime with like the 3D animation?
Is he?
Mm-hmm. He passed though. And I played a couple games with like the Achievement Hunter guys back in the day, back on Xbox Live and stuff. I would like join their lobbies and like whatever. So it was just really cool to see people who had such an impact in my life, how far they've come, what they've been through, and what they've done. It's also really interesting, and I'm super nosy about like what are the scandals, what happened. Holy shit, this person I looked up to for 8 years was like a fucking molester. That's crazy. I love the tea. I love seeing that kind of shit.
Yeah.
I love seeing people ruining their lives.
That makes sense.
But I like seeing the rest of the people like come out of it. I like seeing the rest of the people like have a better life, or like, Bernie Burns. This is why I think I got the notification. Is Bernie Burns, one of the original CEOs of Rooster Teeth, bought the company.
Okay.
So he's coming back. He left a few years ago.
That's cool. I will say, as a side note, I've only ever seen the first season of RWBY. I do think that it was really good. It's a shame that I didn't continue watching it.
Yeah.
It was just really hard to get into like the 3D.
It was one of the first of its kind.
It was the first of its kind, literally.
And I fucking hated it.
And I was like,
a lot of people hated it.
Is this good or is this bad? And then like the more and more I watched it, I was like,
yeah,
this is good.
Because
the story's great, but I just don't like the thought of people are getting hit and then there's no difference on their body.
It's motion capture animated.
Right.
That's why it's so weird looking. Yeah. Yeah. Which made it cool behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, they have real combat people like fighting, then they draw animate over it. However,
there's no draw.
You're right. In post, the design just looks really bad.
Yeah.
The combat, the story, the music, awesome, right?
Yeah, really good.
Really good, except for the final 2 seasons. Horrible.
And I just remember like it was when I was in college, like a lot of my friends were watching it and they're like, this is like great, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Why would you stop watching it? And I'm like, it just wasn't for me. And now, could I watch it? Yeah, now I could easily, like I see this bullshit all the time now. But like there are just some animes that are like they've made like that and they look horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
like,
hard.
Even if they have an amazing story, who cares? You can't get past the shit.
I'll give you an example. The Dragon Prince on Netflix. Have you seen that?
I have not.
Really good fantasy. It's more of like a teen fantasy too. It's like I put the age rating at 14 and up, but it gets dark. It's really good.
Gotcha.
With the animation style, it's clean. It looks good. It's pretty, but it's the same kind of that 3D feel where you're like, oh, I don't know if I can get over this. But once you get over it, it's really
it's like the Demo or Demo, something like that. There's a Netflix thing where it's like demons are like all around the world, and some of them are friendly, some of them aren't, and they literally like destroy the world, you know. And there are people like contracting with them that keep them like pets, like Pokemon. And they like fight other ones and shit.
Oh, you lost me.
But it's based on this little kid who finds one, right? And he's not contracted to it. It just hangs out with him. And its ability is that
sounds like Ash and Pikachu.
Sure. Its ability is that it has like a black hole in its mouth. So, like, it can just suck shit in.
I think I have heard of this. I just don't remember the animation style.
I made it to the 8th episode, and I haven't finished it.
Yeah.
I do think it was really good, but it was just hard because it was like a mixture between drawn and like 3D.
It's hard, man.
And I don't like the 3D.
Against the 2D background?
Yeah, like that 2D stuff, like... If it was all one, cool.
Right.
But they do that mixture because it cuts costs.
Right.
And it kind of messes up a lot of things. That's why a lot of people make fun of Overlord. And Overlord is so fucking good.
It is good, but that style pisses me off.
But then you'll see like there's like these death knights and all of them are 3D animations while the fucking person is a 2D animation.
I'll give you another one. Legend of Korra. The last 2 like seasons, they start doing that 3D shit.
Okay, I never saw it.
Background. You never saw Legend of Korra?
I saw the first season and then I never continued.
You missed out.
Well, I heard it was amazing, and I do plan to continue. Because
you should before the new Avatar.
Because now the new Avatar's coming out,
right?
And I'm like, now I have to get caught up because it's carrying on from what Korra does. So okay, so if we're gonna go that route really quick, let me explain the situation that happened. But
I just want to let you know,
I want to go back down this road.
We're going back down this road.
Well, where
are we going? Are we going back to what you were saying earlier that you remembered?
Yeah.
Oh,
because we're getting too far and I'm gonna forget.
I'm with you.
Okay.
Hop in.
So this is a really short story.
Okay.
So I don't know what.
Remember, build a story, juice, end it.
It's a John story.
No chickens, no swine.
It's a John story, so it's really fast.
Oh yeah, good.
So I had like the biggest like.
Ew! You cracked your fucking screen protector.
Shut up, you fucking bitch.
All right, I'm sorry.
That has nothing to do with my story.
I'm not sorry. Unapologetic.
Okay, so what ends up happening is I'm starting to drive home
Yeah.
Right? John's sitting right next to me.
What time is this? Give me the day.
It's like almost 3. Like a few minutes. Like
this
maybe
is after work.
Yeah, just right after work. I got on the bus. We're driving all the way back. Boom, got to the car. Sat in the car for a second, plugged it in, put my phone, put the music on.
Right.
Turn on the heat if I need it. Yeah. Start driving.
Okay. You just chicken and swine to me. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You fucker. Just tell the story.
You asked for the time, so I gave you all the information.
You did set the boundary. I mean, the storyline. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So,
that's going to be our inside joke now.
John just randomly says, okay, I'm trying to remember exactly what he
I
said.
thought you were trying to be like, can I say this on the podcast?
No.
Okay.
And the thing is, once he said it, I had a Vietnam flashback because it used to be something that I like. So he was talking about a show that we used to watch on YouTube.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
So he just randomly says, like, I'm driving, not paying attention to him, right? He sometimes just says shit randomly, right? And he was like, let me blow your mind with random facts and trivia. And he just says that, right?
It's pretty funny.
And like, me, I didn't skip a beat.
Yeah.
As soon as he said it and it like clicked in my head, I had this Vietnam flashback and I immediately knew what the fuck he was talking about.
Nice.
And like, I was like, man, I really wish you'd just suck my dick instead. He was just like, what? And then I was like, Danger Dolan.
That's funny.
Yeah. Because that was what he was referencing.
Yeah. I like the callback.
I don't know if you ever saw the show.
Never.
But there was a show a long time ago called Danger Dolan. And it was just this guy who would read just Reddit posts. And that's all he would do, right? It would be stupid stories about random shit. Sometimes facts about like real shit that's happening. And it was like really good information. His very beginning stuff was really good. And then like he like expanded and got bigger. And then it became Planet Dolan. And there was like a bunch of other fucking people. Like there was like, I don't know how to explain it, but he had like 10 other people who worked for him. And then he kind of stopped doing it and he quit.
I'm with you.
Like he pretty much sold his franchise.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if he did do that, but that's what it felt like. And I went from being like a loyal listener every day to like, I don't want to hear these other people's voices.
That's how everything happens.
I want to hear your voice.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
That's how all these beautiful things that we grew up with,
Right.
Yeah. Or like at least listen to for like a year.
Yeah.
Disappear.
Well, it's like that thought process like now with fucking Matt Pat, right?
Who the fuck is that?
I'm going to ignore that you said that because Matt Pat was like one of the most famous people in the world. And that's just a theory, just so you know.
What's a theory?
All right, so you really don't know who he is.
No.
Guys, fuck Thomas.
What's going on right now?
How do you not know who Matt Pat is? Do you know what FNAF is?
That sounds more familiar, but I don't.
Okay, Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Do you know the can you name off the people who like played it, the main people?
Markiplier.
Okay.
Jacksepticeye.
Yep.
That's it.
Really?
Those are the only two I watched.
Did you watch the Five Nights at Freddy's movie?
Nope.
You didn't?
Nope.
Oh, man. See,
Let me ask you this. Are you telling me his fucking government name? Or is that his YouTube channel name?
Matt Pat?
Yeah.
I'm going to be 100% honest.
Because that might be where you're losing me. Because what if you tell me his name was like Cry or something like that?
I'm going to be honest. I think that's his real name and his stage name.
I'm going to look up who this person is while you keep talking.
Just type in Matt Pat.
Yeah. And calm down.
Fuck you. How do you not know who Matt Pat is?
Chill out, man.
He's like, oh, man. He's an amazing person. But he ended up selling, game theory and food theory and all. Like, he sold all of his things, because he wanted to spend more time with his family and all that. And, like, there was more reasons, but I'm not going to go into all the details for it. But it's one of those times like he did it, and now I just can't watch game theory anymore. Like I can't watch any of the theories. It sucks. And I don't even know if it does suck because I feel like the quality is still the same, but I just don't want to hear other people's voices. I want to hear his voice, you know?
So I am aware of what game theory and film theory is.
So you know what those are.
I am aware of Matt Pat's voice. Never seen him before in my entire life. If I have, it was a flash image of like, it's a thumbnail that I might have passed one time. Okay. But I do know the YouTube channels Game Theory and Film Theory. Okay. I've never seen these other ones that he had.
He has a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It expanded, as time went.
He is known for his Five Nights at Freddy's theories.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
He literally made the Five Nights at Freddy's story align. Him and like thousands of fucking Redditors and shit. Those fucking white knights, Yeah. He'd literally be like, hey, I have a theory on this. I'm stuck. I need help. And then like thousands of fucking people would send him messages and shit.
I read it. Yeah.
Yeah. And he would be like, I'm on it. And he was a really smart dude. He did a bunch of shit.
Yeah. One of the second things that popped up when I Googled him was his IQ or something, because apparently he's super smart.
Yeah. Ridiculously smart.
Cool.
But it's one of those like, I wonder how it is in like real life, right? Because there's people who are just too smart that don't live in reality. Yeah. You're right. But then there are also those smart people who have the concept of reality. Yeah. And they make it what they want.
I'm a big believer in it's just the way that you were raised up. Okay. To what you can fully unlock with your brain. You know what I mean? Because we know a lot of people who are silent but deadly is what I'll title them, which is like they're super smart, but they have no social skills. They don't understand.
Yeah, like a Sheldon.
Tire, like a Sheldon.
Yeah. Like I'm sure Sheldon knows how to change a tire, right? Right. But he doesn't know how to.
Are you Big Bang Theory me right now?
No, because I don't know it well enough because I never watched it.
Okay.
But I feel like he wouldn't like. He understands the process and how to actually do it, but he couldn't do it himself.
There's a whole episode about that.
Is there?
They're going to a convention, I believe, like a Star Trek convention. Yeah. And their tire in their rented van breaks down. And it's four PhD scientists. Well, 3 PhD scientists, and one of the characters has a master's degree in engineering. So like, they make fun that he's not a doctor.
Right.
Followitz. So they all know how to change a tire. They like don't have the physical strength and have never done it before, and are also like forgetting the steps. Right. So yeah. So they're trying to do science to do it. They're like, well, we could blow the rim off the tire without damaging the tire. Oh, let's create like a functioning like fire thermal bomb to like pop it off. It's like dumb. It's funny.
Okay.
But I'm with you.
But like, that's that thought process. Like you could be that smart, but lack that common sense. That'd be like, no, don't fucking do any of that.
You're right. Yeah.
But from what it seemed like and how Matt Pat showed himself, he was all there. He was a theater major and everything. Like he did a bunch of shit. Yeah. He fucking went on Broadway and did a bunch of shit.
Nice.
Like it's like I don't know. I watched him as a kid, right?
Right.
So I watched him live his dreams of like things that he wanted to do. He's only
8 years older than you.
Yeah. And he was able to do it because he got that backing behind people who like gave him the support to just go fucking do it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And he was just like, all these people are saying I should do it. Why not?
I wish those people were there for us on our podcast.
We got Jamie.
You know what I haven't done is I actually I talk about Reddit all the time. I haven't gone into like a Reddit subreddit for podcasting and like posted our shit. I should do that.
I know you haven't.
I need you to relax.
You know why? Because I have. And I have been doing that.
You have?
I started last week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's what
Listen, I'm just the interior designer. Okay. I'm trying to work on the wall and like the new
You haven't done any of it.
I'm thinking about it.
Okay. So
today, I'll have you know, $10 down for the new stuff.
$5 down.
We're in. We're starting.
So just so that you guys know, we're planning on getting a new couch. Well, I don't want a couch, and he also agreed not to do a couch. We want 2 just separate seats, and then maybe something in the middle.
Like a table.
Yeah, table or whatever. Maybe we put the bird in the middle.
You're fucking right.
Yeah. Oh, look, the burger.
She was like,
She's like, hell yeah.
yeah, man.
Yeah, because we just want to like, I don't know. My bird destroyed this couch. Like, you can't really see it from here, but like,
Yeah, you covered it all pretty well, but like it's torn up. Like, she takes that beacon
right here. It's like really ripped.
It's frayed out,
and like the seats itself are completely fucked up.
Yeah,
which is whatever.
So for a more professional setting,
yeah, and I also wanted to change it up and like.
I think it would look nice in here.
The couches that I was, or not couches, but the chairs that I'm thinking,
yeah,
I kind of want like that theater, like chair kind of look.
What do you got?
You know,
What
like I haven't looked anything up.
Like 2 ottomans,
but like I want something
like
that
recliners.
Yeah, you know, like something that was like we can be fully in it, and it's one of those like if I wanted to, I could
like a swivel.
Yeah, like I could turn towards you. Like I could turn.
A bit pricier, but I bet you we could find something like that on Facebook.
I'm sure we could get something good.
Yeah.
It's either that or like, you know, theater style.
I see what you're saying.
You know,
especially when it's in your house and your office. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's also one of those like I don't necessarily want it to sleep in, but I also don't want to lose my ability to like knock out.
Relax.
You know?
I'm with you.
Because I like watching videos on my wall here.
Yeah.
You know? Because I have my projector right there.
Especially
and
when we're fucked up.
Yeah. And then we just watch. Like, I want to be able to just.
Yeah, that seat position right there. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So.
Okay. That's a good deal in mind.
But I want to, like, look at it and see. Because I want comfort. You know?
Quality and comfort.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, I don't want it to, like, break fast. I'm also, like I said, I'll probably have to throw the bird out of this room once we get those nicer couches. Or seating arrangement.
Oh, you mean like lock her up?
Yeah, because like I don't put her in a cage anymore. I just let her roam free in here.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, her cage is literally right outside this door. I could just put her back in it. You know.
Yeah.
And then because like what I used to do is when I'm in here, she would be allowed in here. You know, so I could like govern it and like control what she was really doing.
I'm looking on Reddit for our podcast.
There's only been like one post about it, but it's just me introducing myself and you, and it's pretty much me saying like, hey everybody, I'm new to this area, I'm gonna be checking in from time to time, talking with you guys, having some fun. If I ever mention Unapologetic Voices, just know that it's just something I'm really interested in. It's a podcast that me and my friend do. Not trying to do any call outs right now, but I just want you to know, like, that's stuff that I'm interested in. You know? Something on the sidelines of that, because I wanted it to be kind of open. I posted it on, like, 4 different, like, podcast pages, and, like, 2 of them deleted it immediately.
I'm with you.
Which was, like, I didn't put any links. I didn't do anything. Like, literally, I read the rules to their things. They're like, don't solicit, don't fucking do this. Just come here, talk, and have some fun.
Right.
So I'm like, yeah, let me say hi to everybody. Let me tell them, like, what I do, right? Like, but then they still deleted it. I was like, what? But I didn't break the rules in any way.
Too much success.
What do you mean?
They're afraid of how successful you'll be because of how awesome you sound.
I just wanted to sound like, you know, I wanted to be a part of the community. And then, like, I've been checking it every day. A few people upvoted what I did, you know, what I wrote for the ones that didn't get deleted. Because I posted it on, like, 5 places. Let me correct myself. It was, like, 5 places. 2 of them got deleted, and it told me they got deleted. Well, actually, correction. They don't get deleted, but they get blocked for the people to see, right? So I deleted them. Because I'm like, well, if it's blocked and no one can see it, what's the point of it being there?
Yeah, there's no point.
So I just deleted it. What? I don't know. You clearly saw something that caught your eye.
No.
Okay.
I've just been looking for it.
Oh. Just go to the very first one, podcasts or whatever. It's literally... Oh, my name on there isn't normal.
What is it?
Like, I thought it was Girth Daddy Kyle, but it's not. It's fucking...
I'm a bitch.
No, it's really stupid. It's you/any. Here, I'll just show it to you because it's like, why is this my name?
You don't know how to say excitement?
Well, I know how to say excitement, but I just didn't understand why that's my name.
Got it.
You know?
Yeah.
Because even like when it's
a random generator because there's like a million any excitements.
Yeah, there's thousands of them. But it's like, why is this mine?
What is this background you have?
What do you mean?
It's because it's a green screen effect.
I made it unapologetic,
Cool, man.
But
Nice.
when I went to my page, right, and I fucking checked the name for it,
Yeah.
I put fucking Girth Daddy Kyle, so like they would know that it's me writing people.
Right.
But it's you only see it when you look up my page, And I'm like, well, what's the point of this? Why did I go through all that effort of trying to change the name? Let me see.
How we doing on time?
We're doing pretty good.
What's it at?
I don't know. 2:44.
How dare you just answer me like that with no backing?
What are you talking about?
Hello?
What's up?
Huh?
Hey.
Hey.
How's it going, man? Put her there.
I don't want to lift my hand that high.
Fuck you, fucking
I'm tired.
pansy.
Who?
You. So I also joined this manga one just to like talk to people and see what's going on and to see if I can like boast my manga podcast.
Yeah.
Right. As soon as I went on there and I wrote like, like I tried to do the stereotypical, hey man, I'm doing this podcast right now. I just want like some tips. Maybe you can help me out. Cause
For sure.
a lot of people, cause it's very iffy on how you do that sort of podcast, right? Cause you're reading a manga essentially for somebody. Right. So I wanted like other people who are doing it. I wanted tips from them. And like the person who like posts or like who runs the post, they literally like looked at it, flagged my shit, and then deleted it. And then I did another post that like said a little bit differently, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'll change what the post says. There's no links on any of it.
Right.
I never link anything.
Right.
But I do mention the name of my podcast because I want it to be, seen. So I mention it again, and then like he doesn't delete that one. But then like everything that I see this guy post is just fucking porn. So I'm like, why the fuck did you care about my post?
Just to fuck with you.
Yeah. Like my first post wasn't, I'm trying to follow the guidelines as best as possible. Because, like a lot of these groups are really finicky. Like they'll just kick you because they'll kick you.
Yeah.
Until you're established, I feel like you can't get away with a lot of shit.
No, not at all.
Because there are some people who are, they say whatever they want and then they get away with it because they're friends with the fucking admins.
Right. Exactly.
But I'm not there yet. But the fucking admins are just, get rid of this shit.
Speaking of Abril.
Oh, what about her?
She does really good digital art.
I saw that.
At
least the photo that she never showed me anything else though.
I've seen some other stuff.
Okay.
I really like what she's got cooking.
Yeah.
She seemed genuinely surprised when I was like, I'll give you some money to do some stuff for our podcast.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be cool to get something done and maybe plaster it and put it on the fucking wall right here.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I do want a sign, like a not a neon sign, but like a nice sign. Oh shit! You know that guy that's getting really famous these days because he
the one that just says random shit.
The guy that disses on all of this shit.
I wanted to buy a sign from him.
Okay,
because like I see all these
commission a sign.
I see all these like comments and shit. Like there's people on there like maybe I do want a sign.
Yeah. It's working.
Because he's so fucking funny.
He's so good. I love that shit. He's like, he takes everybody's cringy ass posts and he's like, fuck that. You want to get, let me tell you something. You want to get a sign?
This sign. What was one of them was like a video of like this trans person and they were just like, hello, and
goodbye.
Then his next thing is goodbye.
Bro,
I laughed so hard when I saw
they're
that.
so funny. Like, I'm not like against most of what these videos are and stuff. It's just like the comedy. It's the timing. You got to understand it's a joke. You know what I mean? I really doubt he hates on those people. I really doubt he has those kind of views.
Oh yeah.
But like the way that he comedically does that shit is hilarious.
It 4 days ago on r/podcast.
Yeah.
And I put a picture of us too.
Nice.
And then, I had it all in there and it got 3 upvotes.
Very nice.
Yeah.
It got 2. You upvoted it.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I didn't realize. I guess it auto upvoted for me because I never pushed it.
I got you.
Yeah. Because it also has it here, but there's 1 upvote there.
Right on.
But 476 people saw it.
Very nice.
Which is like, oh, cool.
That's solid.
So I got in the window. So now I figured this weekend, if I go on there and I start commenting on some people's posts, maybe they'll, be like, oh, maybe we should check this guy out, see how it goes.
And then we'll forget we said something totally raunchy a few episodes ago. And
and then
we got to ban him.
Yeah, and then they'll be like, you know what? Maybe this guy shouldn't be here.
We should flag him. We need to call ICE. Yeah, but that sign guy,
dude, the sign guy is fucking hilarious.
Comedy gold.
I fucking love him so much.
And like I said, people just got to get over these like offensiveness because it's just comedy.
Yeah, it's
really funny. And
like, what could he do, right? Like, can he just be like, I don't speak enough English, I don't know what you're talking about? Like, what would get him out of the trouble that he gets into?
I don't know. But
I feel like
I love it.
He's at that point where it's like he clearly doesn't care.
No.
So like, even if someone's yelling at him, oh well.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You posted this on a public platform, I can say whatever I want.
Yeah.
And react to it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I love that. One of my favorites that makes me laugh incredibly, just like the hello goodbye one, is like, and again, I'm in this community, so I can say whatever the fuck I want. I love the video of like, so like,
is it the Backstreet Boy fuckers? And then they're like in the fucking garage singing, and then they like stop dancing for a second.
I
hate
like, those guys.
Hi, I'm Tony. Hi, I'm Jack. Hi, I'm this. And then like the last guy, he's like, hi, and then it goes, fucking gay. Like, just straight up, they're gay. No, and then he's like, let me tell you about this sign.
That's a good
one.
I
fucking love him so much.
One of my favorites is there's a female who had transitioned from a male, talking about how I got sirred again today, and it just cuts to him. He goes, I'm very sorry to hear that, sir. Now, back to this time. or some crazy shit like that. Or like, there's one that's like, do you and your trans friends, and then it cuts and he's like, I don't got no trans friends.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God,
dude.
this guy's a savage. Savage.
If I really think about it, I technically don't have any trans friends either. I
have something to tell you.
Let me run down the rabbit hole a little bit for this part. I had a friend who, which was a girl.
Mm-hmm.
She considered herself a man,
mm-hmm.
that also liked other men, so she considered herself gay. And, this was like the very start of the foundation for it before I even cared about understanding
sure
the situation.
Yeah.
So
which a lot of people don't realize. I'm going to throw that in real quick.
What?
That just like, this was during a time when nobody was aware of what this was or knew.
Oh, yeah. Like, I literally just thought she was making this shit up on the spot. Right?
Yeah.
I thought it was a bit.
Yeah.
And, like, I asked her, I was like, hey, I know you're saying this really seriously, but all you've explained to me is just that you're a woman with extra steps.
You're terrible.
Right.
Yeah.
And I said it like that bluntly because I thought I was being funny.
Yeah.
And instead of her getting mad or like whatever, like this was a girl who wasn't my friend at the time.
For sure.
Right? Like I spoke to her once. And then this was the next time I spoke with her, and then we actually talked,
mm-hmm.
right? And instead of her getting mad, she was like, no, it's hard to understand, but I'm going to help you through it and I'm going to explain it. And I was like, okay. And I'm going to listen because I want to hear what you have to say at least.
Yeah.
And then if I still can't grasp it, I'm going to go my own way with how I'm going to treat you from now on.
There it is.
And she's just like, okay, right?
She's like, I'm on a mission.
Yeah, she's like, I'm going to win this fucker over. She literally, like, I didn't get no bullshit, like, story or, like, how she came about this situation.
For sure.
She just literally said, you know, I had this feeling where, like, something wasn't right? And I'm like, okay, so, yeah, I get it. Like, that's how gay people think at the very start. Something's different about them. I can't judge. Like, I had a gay friend, and I understood his point of view.
You still do.
Right. Whatever. And I was like, okay, so I understand his point of view. How can I not understand your point of view?
Yeah.
Right? So, like, I took the time, I listened to her, I understood it. And I was like, you know what? Thank you for explaining all of that to me. I still find it hard to understand and believe. That's what I said to her.
For sure.
So if I fuck up on anything, don't take it personally. But if you do take it personally, just know I will do it on purpose from now on.
Let me get.
And I don't mean to say that evilly.
No, I get what you're saying.
I was trying to be her friend.
Yeah.
Right? Friends joke with friends.
And you're the kind of person that, like, you try to play it off with a lot of comedy.
Right.
I'm with you.
If she couldn't take it, and now I'll tell you this, I don't really talk to her anymore, but every once in a blue moon, she'll fucking message me on Snapchat. She'll be like, how you been, man? I remember you being really cool back in the past and all that.
Right
I'm
on.
like, I like knowing that that person didn't have a bad feel for me. Now she's like, she's an older person. She's got a boyfriend. She's getting married, I think.
Nice.
I don't know if her preferences are still the same.
For sure.
But I know what she said when she was younger. She's living it now. So she's doing what she said she was going to do before.
Right on.
So, you know, extra steps.
So I'm going to jump back to one of my famous lines, which is gays make me angry.
Yeah, they do.
And I just want to touch on this real quick because it's something I wanted to get out of my system for a minute, and I want to see if this makes sense to you
peanut?
as someone who's kind of more of an outsider to this kind of thing.
Yeah.
In the culture that you and I were raised in, you know, a lot of this stuff was never.
Oh, if I was gay, Andres would have whooped my ass.
And my dad threatened me, right?
Yeah. I would have been beaten, probably thrown out the house.
This stuff was never exposed to, like, anyone in my group or community for years.
Except my brother.
And so,
a lot of people thought my brother was gay.
Is he not? He stuck his tongue in my mouth.
That doesn't mean he's gay.
No, and I liked it.
A lot of actors kiss dudes.
And I'll do it again.
Yeah, just fucking take Ryan Reynolds. He kisses a lot of dudes.
Does he?
Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck.
No, I mean, that's okay. I'm just saying.
Yeah, there's nothing. Yeah, why not?
I want to watch. Where at?
I don't know. You just Google it.
So, like, that kind of sensitivity that gets brought up a lot, which I really liked your conversation that you had, really bothers the fuck out of me when, like, people are misgendered a few times on accident. And I'm going to give you a prime example of how this happened in my life. This is during a time, this is actually only like 3 years ago, where, like, I have a lot of gay friends. I have a lot of trans friends. I have like maybe like 5 trans friends, and I have a lot of gay friends.
I'm sure you do. I've seen some of them.
Thank you. And so, like, you know, I'm not.
Does that sound mean?
No.
Okay.
It's fine.
Because I don't know if that sounded a little too judgy.
No, not at all. Okay, I call them gay straight to their face. So, like, you know,
me too.
I'm like, the words I'm looking for is I am more accustomed to using those pronouns and stuff that they prefer a lot. But I'm also, like, on the side of, you know, hey, I didn't grow up with
You've
that.
never used my pronouns.
Hold on. Damn it. I lost the momentum, but I was immediately going to flash with, like, the F slur and gay or something. Okay. You're going for king and whatever, I assume?
Lord and king.
Lord and king, yeah. Which is our, like, Discord thing. No, I was going to hit you with the, like, queer. Like, yeah. But, I lost the momentum. Yeah. So, like.
Fucker. Only my father can call me that.
He's not here. So, like, yeah. I dated somebody who I told you about before because it was like some of the best intimacy I've ever had.
Sure.
And they were in the middle of transitioning when we were dating and like met up or whatever. And it wasn't like a long relationship. It was very quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't have long relationships.
Why don't you chill out? So like, you know, it wasn't a long relationship. It was very, you know, whatever.
At most, maybe 3 months if you were lucky.
So like, in the middle of them transitioning and stuff, it was hard for me, especially since of how intimate we were getting and like what we were doing.
Yeah.
For me to like always say him, his. They were transitioning to more of a male, you know, of what they're going for. And from what I've seen lately, they are fully, and they go by the name Robert now, which is cool.
Cool.
Whatever. But like during that time, like it was still new to me for the pronoun changing. And it's very hard for me because as a person who was raised to speak, you know, a proper intellectual English, I address things like, you know how I correct you, which is really annoying, and I know it is, where like when you describe like things and I go like him and I or something like that, like I'll say like that like grammar thing.
Oh, it doesn't bother me.
It bothers a lot of people though.
I'm so
annoying.
used to you doing it.
Oh, okay.
That it doesn't bother me, but I still say like fuck you or any of that.
Which is great. That's
I feel
our
like
dynamic.
you want it.
I do.
So I have to say that comment.
I love our conflict.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, so other people find that annoying, right? But like, that's the thing where like, I would be talking about them in a certain standpoint and I would slip with the, you know, oh, she said blah, 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 blah. And they would get so fucking mad at me. And that's why we separated. Like, he went on like this total fucking tirade on text and social media about it, like a child. First of all, wasn't private. It was like a public thing for a minute with their friend group or whatever that I made friends with. You know me. I'm friends with everybody until shit hits the fan. So it was like that. I'm basically just saying, just to add to this whole story, that sensitivity and that kind of shit really fucking bothers me, and I think it's unfair. And this has nothing to do with you. I just kind of wanted to get it out there, my point of view. And like, how in your head does that make sense where I'm coming from? Like, if I accidentally misgender you, like it's clearly an accident, I'm not doing it on purpose. Is that fair for you to like throw a hissy fit and like attempt to attack me?
So I try to attack you at any chance I get.
Right.
But it's through fun and like love.
Sure. Yeah. Help me.
The only time, so like I can give you an example.
Yeah.
The only time I've ever done something like that to Courtney. Yeah. So, and when I'm not attacking, but like social media wise.
Oh, okay.
Right. I had just broken my arm.
Yeah.
And I was on some fucking strong pills.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened, but Courtney woke up one morning. I was sleeping on the couch out there. Not that specific couch, probably a different one. But she yelled at me in the morning. I don't remember what the fuck she said. I just know my feelings were so hurt that I got so petty that I went on Facebook and I started writing how I give her all the money she wants. I do all this shit for her. And like I was just pissed that I got woken up to get yelled at.
Yeah.
You know? And I wrote all of that and like crazy shit. Some of it didn't even make sense that I was writing because like I misspelled shit. I didn't care.
For sure.
I just hit enter, went to sleep, woke up like maybe 5 hours later. And then I looked at it and I'm like, why the fuck did I write this?
How many likes did it get?
Apparently a lot of people saw it.
Oh, you're horrible.
And I was just like, fuck, man. And I deleted it. Right. And then I get a phone call from Courtney. She's like, what the fuck is going on? Why did you write all this shit? And I'm like, to be honest, you hurt me. And, you know, I gaslighted her.
For sure.
But like, I don't know what happened. I'm gonna be honest. I was just extremely upset. And I don't know why. Like, it really hurt me that you yelled at me in the morning. And so then I was just like, I'm not taking these pills anymore. You know, like I stopped. I was like, I'd rather be in pain than fucking waste my time feeling like dog shit because, you know, I got yelled at for something stupid. Like she probably told me to take the trash out, something simple, and I don't know what the fuck it was. But that's the extent that I've done where like I ranted on fucking Facebook about that sort of situation.
But you felt in your head, you're like, oh, that was inappropriate.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, once I was on drugs,
yeah,
some good ones too. Like these painkillers they had me flying. Like I literally stood up and got dizzy,
Yeah.
But nonetheless, like when the drugs wore off.
You've broken a lot of things.
Yeah, man, I get hurt a lot.
A lot of injuries have happened to you.
Yeah.
I've only broken 3 bones my entire life. And they're not even breaks, they're fractures.
Okay.
What are you doing?
What do you mean?
The worst one, I'm going to tell this real quick. Thanksgiving. Sure. I tried to this is like 2 years ago. My whole family was like over at my dad's house and dinner just got ready. Like the Thanksgiving, like everybody gather around the table. We're going to pray or some shit.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, food. And so I like got up from watching the football game and I did like a pole vault over a couch just like this size. Uh-huh. My left foot didn't get high enough and it pinkied right there in the wood and like completely snapped. Like it bent. Yeah, it was horrible.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to point that.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So
that was my most embarrassing break.
When I was like 4 years old, I think. It definitely was when I was 4. Because it was before my dad died. I got hit by a car. And I broke my leg. Yeah. There's not much to the story. I was 4. There's not.
No, but like, how does all this shit just happen?
But
you're like a Jackass character.
I broke my leg. It snapped into 2 or whatever.
Wow.
And then the other time was my wrist. And then other than that, I've just gotten really bad puncture wounds all over my body.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
Yeah. Just random scars.
I mean, I've been slashed before, but it sounds like you've broken a lot more stuff.
No, I've only ever broken the wrist and my leg.
Oh.
Just 2.
I thought your arm was broken.
Yeah, my wrist. That's what I meant by arm.
You fucking asshole. It's not the same thing.
Whatever. I couldn't use my whole arm.
Do you have anything else to add to the podcast before we end this
I feel like there was something I was going to say, but then
It was right before the trans stuff, I think.
Yeah, probably. But then we started like talking random shit and I like lost that focus.
Gotcha.
Oh, wait. It was because of the John thing, right? No. We got past all of that.
Yeah.
No, there's something.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on this week's podcast episode. We're going to be calling it Gaslighting, Foot Fetishes, and LED Signage.
Why is that
was good, huh?
It's like the only things that you mentioned.
Did you like that? Oh.
Yeah, you just left
what
out.
What else would I... What was titleable that you said?
I don't know.
See?
A swine's death.
No, come on.
What do you mean?
Get something.
Swine's death sounded great.
Because you're right. I don't want to have all of my stuff be the title. It's not fair. However, how I came up with that?
I wouldn't even care.
It right then and
like
there.
I would accept it. It's fine.
It sounds good.
Are we getting a sign?
People. Are we getting a sign?
Like,
you gotta help us out here, man.
Like, we're trying to get new chairs because this one sucks.
We're trying to make it look good.
We're trying to make it all look good for you guys.
You think I'm losing all this weight for myself? I am.
He is losing weight, which looks great.
It's for you, though. Thanks, man. Wow. He said that.
Like, if you look at our first episode, you could tell that his man titties were huge.
I need you to relax.
Now they're perky.
This sweater isn't, like, nice, though. It doesn't, like, make things look nice.
You say that every time.